All right, what do you guys got?
Coach, I'll start with this one. Dave Tollefson. How special has it been to have a former NFL guy play? And I'm sure you coached him with the Giants, right?
Yeah, so Dave was at the Giants and was leaving as I was coming in. And in just a weird confluence of events, Mike Waffle, so my agent's Trace Armstrong. Trace always says the best D-line coach, or one of the best D-line coaches he ever played for, was Mike Waffle. Waffle was at the Giants before I got there. But I tried to hire Waff in the NFL. He's a tremendous technician. And so we've always stayed in touch. I wasn't able to hire him. He had some family things. But so in the middle of the year, as we were struggling, he hit me up. He said, hey, let me know. I'll come in clinic on some just body mechanics and D-line stuff. We brought him in. In fact, Terry Braden was in the room when he was there that first Monday, the day that I let Coach Butler go. And then the next day we let Terry go. And Dave just texted me like, hey, can I come over since Waff is there? And then when I was kind of all of a sudden didn't have him, I asked, Dave just kind of came over and spent a couple of days with us, and then we were able to hire him in kind of a temp role right now to help us through this time. I think he's a great technician. He knows D-line play at the highest level. He's coached it. And, he's helped Phil Simpson and myself. And then, it's allowed me to kind of go back and forth between the tackles. And then today I went with the ends a little bit. So having Dave here is, I know, a special treat for our D-lineman, a guy that, he played 8 years in the NFL. He only started one game. That to me speaks. That thing will probably come down.
It was like Penn State all over.
That's right. But yeah, just a special experience to have a guy like who's played at that level. And I said, to play 8 years, start one game means you know what you're doing, you know how to play hard. But it's, to me, a lot of it with our guys has just been their technique and their thought process. And he's done a great job helping that.
And he wears cowboy boots too.
Yeah, when we were able to hire him, I said, you can't wear a hat in the building. We don't wear hats in the building. I said, but I insisted you continue to wear jeans and cowboy boots. You can wear a Husker shirt, but you got to be you.
That's great.
How's the setup out here for you?
This is elite. I mean, this is just the having the W Hotel and the convention center, the size of the meeting rooms, the meal space. And then, obviously, being at Gorman here, I mean, what a beautiful place. Like, this weight room is unbelievable. Our guys are getting ready to lift right now. That's why they're so loud. The bus trip is, easy. So it's been really, really first class. Some amazing experiences. We were all there last night, taking those three guys. And I know there's a bunch of different things every single day. So, but in terms of being able to practice and work, it's been really, really, really fantastic.
What was the reception like last night? Just the coach's dinner, the stuff at the Bellagio?
Yeah, the coach's dinner was lovely. Just to have a chance, to go to Bellagio, see the fountains. I'm not one of those people who takes videos of things like for memories and stuff. And even I had to take a video of those fountains. It was beautiful. But to have a chance to be with the Utah coaches, the Utah AD, Mark Harlan, a great friend of mine. He was the AD at USF when Troy was the AD at Tulane, and I was at Temple. So we all go way back. His wife Carolyn, just Julie, Amy, Dan, just kind of bunch of old American Conference people all together. And, obviously Coach Scally, there's been quite a change in his life, but to have a chance to visit with him a little bit and their staff and some of those guys I know, so really cool.
TJ said yesterday that Cedar stood up and gave a message from the team just not focused this week. How do you just like seeing the senior group making sure the football is still the number one priority?
I think, like we let everyone go home for 4 days and, guys flew on Christmas to get here. Everyone was here on time. Even some guys, maybe a flight gets canceled or delayed, they all found a way to get here. And, the minute we landed and didn't go to the hotel, we came directly here for the guys that were flying in on the team plane from Lincoln. Came right to practice, sort of set the tone that, hey, we're here to play football. All the other stuff is great, but we're here to play a football game. And I thought Sierra asked me if he could talk to the team was great. And all he just simply said was, obviously we've been through a lot this year. We've had some great highs. We've had some low lows. But we do have a chance to, go out and play a top-ranked team. And what an experience it is to play one more game together. So I thought his call to the guys to have fun but to focus was great. And I think the guys have all focused at a high level.
How have you seen TJ work through this December? I know you were cautious with him earlier in the month. And do you feel like he's ready to go now?
Yeah, I think TJ is going to play great. It's been good for Jalen and Marcos to get a bunch of reps early. And then TJ took, he would take reps that didn't require him moving, But I always think there's something really cool about, like, when you're the starter and you're not getting reps because of an injury, which you don't love, but just the paying attention to things you have to notice. I think it really accelerates your development and your learning. And I think he's learned from that. And I think he looks good out there practice. So I'm excited for him to play.
Would you characterize him as full go?
Yes. Yep. Yeah, like even yesterday they had a couple rep caps on. I'm like, hey, we're going to take no more than 300. And then today, he just took every rep. So he's we've been cautious with him because obviously we have a game. We want to get him to the game. But he looks fast. He looks like he can run the football. I think the entire offense is up with him, and we'll run him. We'll move him around, and we'll play.
Hey, Matt, what all high school recruits made it into bowl practice for you? You had a lot last year. I think the season was in 5 or 6. Do you know the names of the guys that are here?
Yeah. So Larry, Miles, and Claude, they were in last weekend, but they're not here for this in Puma. But I don't want to forget anybody. Like Luke Sorensen's out there taking reps. Jamal Rule's out there taking reps. Rex is out there. Boy, I'm going to do a bad job here. Jamal Nalen's out there. Oh man, I hate the. Yes, he's out there kicking. So we've got those guys. I think maybe. Okay, so.
The guys who have announced their intention publicly in terms of entering the portal, and the guys still on the squad, is that unique, or was that a discussion you had to have? Because some schools might take a different approach.
Yeah, I think there was a couple guys early on that just kind of. We're already maybe calling other schools and stuff like that, and we've just said, hey guys, let's all be adults about this, right? If the best thing for you to get on the field is to go somewhere else, we understand. I just told everybody, come have a conversation with me. Some guys said, hey coach, I think it's best for me to go and start looking for schools now, even though the portal's not open, which I understand. First I was like, hey, if you don't announce it, I don't want any distractions, but Tristan Alvano, Maverick Noonan, Marcos Davila, they deserve to have their name out there so they can start finding the place that they want to go. And at the same time, man, they're great Huskers. They just want to find a place where they can maybe get on the field more. And but they love this school and they love their teammates and they want to finish it the right way. And I really respect that. So I encourage it. I don't know how to handle all the portal stuff all the time. I have to adjust. Even with Tristan at first, I was like, hey, don't announce it. And then once I talked to Maverick and I was like, hey, Tristan, go ahead and get it out there, man. I want you to find the best place. And we're calling schools for these guys. We're talking to coaches. I can't say enough about the character of those players. And so we want to make sure that we help them as best we can. Yeah, I think Justin's definitely a player who's waited his turn. He's ready to go. I think you'll see him play in this game. It's pretty cool for him to come back home. I'm excited to see what he does in the game, and I have a lot of confidence in him. So this has to be a very cool experience to come back here and to be at Gorman. And so I'm really excited for him.
With those high school guys coming in, did you have a message to them just about how to handle these first practices or anything like that?
Not too much. No, I just kind of trust the guys to handle it. I was sitting there today in special teams talking to Nalen and Jamal, and I was like, I know the feeling. You're kind of out here is this what college football is like? I said just a year ago we were at Fordham and TJ was throwing his first couple passes, and here he is a year later and he's starting for us. So, just encouraging them to, hey, find the guys at your position. Watch Dane Key, watch the guys that are real pros, how they take care of their body, how they study, how they prepare. And this is a great head start for them. So, just our whole team is real simple. We want them to be a pro while they're here, to be on time. To practice and play as hard as they can, and when the time comes to go have fun, but don't let anything get in the way of football. So that's true for our staff, all the way down through our players, and so far our guys have done a great job.
Matt, to clarify on Dave, will he be with you the rest of the way, or is this just a temporary?
Yeah, he's helping us out through this bowl game, and then we'll maybe talk about it afterwards. I know he's got a family and he's got three boys who wrestle, so this was just kind of an organic thing. It's just sort of like I said, he was in the building, and we started talking, and he started watching the tape with me, and we were going back through some technical things, and it just was like, hey, let's do this. So he's doing it for now, and then we'll see what happens. Afterwards we'll discuss it.
What's the TJ Lateef leadership picture look like? How does he go about leading? Is there anything that stands out to you?
Yeah, just being himself and just being one of the guys. I think at the end of the day, you're always looking for a quarterback who has it. And Steve Adazio used to say to me, you can't even describe what it is, but you know it when you see it. And, I want TJ to go out there and play with joy, practice and prepare, be coachable. I think, even in the Penn State game, the game didn't go our way. Out there with that crowd, that noise, that duress, and, every snap, every motion, silent cadence, He's getting guys lined up. I just think the guys, he doesn't have to be the guy being the spokesperson giving a bunch of speeches. He just has to do his job at a high level and prepare, and then coach the guys in terms of like, hey, be here, do this, and he's doing it at a really high level right now.
When this month started, did you figure he'd be full go at this point? Did you know what were you trying to guess in your mind?
Yeah, I mean, I've learned over the years I can't control things I can't control. So, we gave Jalen and Marcos a bunch of reps. Dr. Tao, Dr. Matthiasen, they told me that they felt like he'd be ready by the bowl game. So my thing was, hey guys, we did 2 game weeks. Get him to the first game week, give him limited reps here. Get him to this game week, give him full reps, and the plans worked. TJ told me very early on, he's like, I'll be full go. So, but if Jalen goes in the game, I expect Jalen to play great, and so. I think everyone on this team loves Jalen Gramstad. If he goes out there, they'll be ready to go. But TJ told me he'd be ready, and he looks great.
What are your thoughts on Whittingham joining the Big Ten and just following that from afar? How quickly did that all play out? I mean, he got to Vegas and talked to his team, and all of a sudden he's the coach of Michigan.
Yeah, I was kind of hearing some rumors that he might get that job a couple maybe about a week ago, kind of before it popped, and so. I know obviously when he announced it was his last game, I was like, great, like one more thing for Utah to be fired up about. But now it's Coach Scalley's first game, right? So I mean, they're a great football team. I know they'll be excited, and I've never met Kyle Whittingham, but just maybe we both at Under Armour. Let's see him every now and then here and there. I don't know him well. I was looking forward to seeing him. He's done such a great job. But now he'll be at Michigan, and he'll be a great fit, I'm sure.
Is Tyler Knox still good to go to be right guard heading in the game? It
Yep.
looked like he had a cast on.
Yeah, he broke something on his hand last week, but he's fine. Yeah, I mean, he's a tough guy.
Jeep's the only coach that's here now. How has that kind of gone the whole month with him, and how does you guys respond to his coaching style, and also just kind of mixing what you guys?
Yeah, no. Yeah, I mean, obviously, our offensive line, there's a lot of guys injured. We're in terms of numbers, depleted. But it's been a great opportunity for some young guys to get a lot more reps. And I think you see them really stepping up and playing well. I think the guys have responded really well to Jeep. He obviously, there's some things that he can't implement yet that he'll implement in the offseason. But for the most part, I think it's gone really well. And, I think they've responded well to him.
Hey, Matt, on the portal, do you anticipate visitors everywhere beyond campuses January 2nd, like right away? Or will it take a day or two for the visits to kind of happen?
Yeah, they have to go in the portal first before you can contact them. Schools, when if someone calls in the second, a school can wait 48 hours to put them in. So, some guys they might go in the portal, but their name might not be in for however many days. And so, I think you'll probably start seeing people all across the country going on visits, maybe the 3rd, the 4th, the 5th. I think if a guy's on a visit on the 2nd, it was probably pretty prearranged in a time where you weren't supposed to be able to do it. So it'll be interesting to see. But, I think we all understand kind of what's happening in sports right now. So. That's it. All right, good to see you guys. Thanks.
Very distracting. My second front row. I'm like, oh. I did not expect Matt to make a coffee joke right off the top. I was like, huh? Thank you.
I can work with that.
Got it.
Will you buy your ticket yet?
I have another thing.
Apparently the mic is
gonna have to do all the coaches on Monday. So, but I got Heinrich, and we'll get 5 players or so today. So.
Heinrich, how beneficial do you think this time is for the program, the whole, December lead up?
Yeah, I mean, I think I can speak on that, having 3 years not hitting it, and like just the development for me last year. Like, this is the time that I spent trying to first enter into tight end, and these reps are invaluable for a lot of guys. I mean, it's tough during fall camp and during the season. Some of those guys that they're talented, they're going to play someday, but it's hard to get them the reps. And so I think the coaches do a great job of getting those guys reps, and while at the same time keeping some of the older guys focused and helping and coaching those guys.
How about the off the field part of it? How is that beneficial to a team? I mean, how do you regard that? Just, okay, you're done here, now you have the bowl experience.
Yeah, I think it's really cool. I think last year Pinstripe Bowl was a great time for us. So far, Las Vegas Bowl has done an awesome job. It seems like planning some stuff out. Obviously, we didn't have a lot yesterday, but it seems like there's a lot of activities planned for us just to come together. I think that's important for, especially now with, I think we have some 10 early enrollees, get those guys in here. Have some of those, I won't play with them, but, get those guys going too. Learn their names, learn where they're from, just kind of get them acclimated before you jump into winter workouts.
Yep. The final line is just wanting to come out and have fun, but also grinding and being here for a purpose.
Absolutely. I mean, it's not like we're in the middle of nowhere here. I mean, it's a really cool destination for us to have fun, and but at the same time, this is an unbelievable high school facility, and like the ability that we have to go in and get a lift right now. An awesome field, so work, but also having fun. I think it's a fine line, but I think Coach Rhule's done an unbelievable job kind of setting us up for that.
You guys going to the NFL game tomorrow too? Is that right?
Yeah, we are. That'll be really cool. Seeing Thomas Fedoni won't be playing tomorrow, but some of those guys like that. Wish Thomas a healthy recovery, but I think it'll be cool. Some of these guys have probably never seen an NFL game in person before, so and then also just getting a layout of Allegiant Stadium, and it looks awesome.
What does this week mean for you personally, knowing this is the end of this specific chapter for you?
Yeah, I think I've done a little reflecting on it. I think it's kind of tough because for me, it kind of felt like Iowa was like the end of a chapter. Maybe this is just like, I don't know what authors call that little part at the end where it's a little extra part to the story. So maybe that's kind of it for me, but also, like I said, trying to accelerate through it, continuing to improve every day, and just helping these younger guys too.
One more for Heinrich. You mentioned the younger guys. You obviously have one in your room with Luke. What's just your message to them on how to handle these first couple of practices and getting themselves integrated into the program and stuff? Yeah,
I think Luke is obviously, he's a talented guy. He played at against some of the highest competition you can play in high school, and so for him, I don't know. There's still obviously it's a different speed, different level of the game, but you can tell that he's played against some really good players, and he's developed over these last couple of years in high school, and he's an awesome guy, and that'll take you a long ways with work ethic in this program. It'll take you a long ways. All right. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, next player will be Lenhard.
How you guys doing? Hey, having fun out in Vegas?
Yeah. Are you?
Yeah, I'm enjoying it.
Excited to watch the Giants tomorrow?
Yeah, I am.
Really?
Yeah. Me and Coach Rhule were talking about it today. We gotta get this dub. Yeah.
What have you guys done here so far? What's been your favorite part of the trip?
My favorite part is just enjoying my time with the team. You know what I mean? Like doing just fellowshipping, going around, like walking. Like yesterday, we just walked around a lot. So just sightseeing and stuff like that.
this defense, I mean, what can you guys do differently with kind of some new coaches, new coordinators? I mean, obviously not giving away the game plan.
Yep.
Just how much new life, energy, maybe, are you guys trying
Yeah.
to point out?
I mean, it's simplified it now, so it just gives us the freedom to play fast, and that's one thing that I'm really enjoying about it. And then with the new little coaching change, it's just a new energy, new shift in energy. So I think the whole defense is feeling it, and it's a good vibe out there.
Speaking of that, what has it been like having Rhule turn into Matt?
Yeah, I like his little alter ego, but it's just fun to see him out there, doing what he originally came to do, coach players and develop. So having him as a position coach is fun. It's a lot of energy, and when he talks, you listen. So that's one thing that I really enjoy about him.
What's Eckler brought to the?
Oh yeah. Nah, Coach Energy, Coach, it's Coach Red Bull right there. So he got a lot of energy and stuff like that. But also him, he just has a lot of knowledge that he's just been sharing with us. He's coached everywhere, so he got a lot of game that he could teach us. So that's one thing I enjoy about Coach Eck.
How would you characterize the value to a program of going to now back-to-back bowls? What is the overall value in your mind to a program? How would you assess it?
You said that one more time. I'm sorry.
Just the overall value to this program of going to a bowl game.
Yeah, I mean, for us, it's just got to be the standard now of getting to a bowl game. It's every year. This is the least. We always trying to get better. So, I just say it's just got to be the standard now. Yep.
Coach said that you're going to the Raiders game as a team on Sunday. How excited are you to just kind of see that environment and especially work and play combined this week?
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty fun, and I'm a Giants fan too, so it's gonna be fun for me out there going to see the Giants. But also too, it's that's where we all want to be at the end of the day. So just going out there and visualizing and be like, all right, this could be me in a couple years. There's definitely a lot of value in it, and also just being with the guys and the team. That's gonna be fun. So.
Dave Tollison was out there with you guys this week. What's he brought in just his knowledge as a former NFL lineman?
Yep. I mean, it's good when you have somebody who's done it and who's lived that life, and it's a little different from how some coaching styles are, because they've been in your shoes and they know what it takes, and a lot of his is up here. He's that mental aspect of the game rather than always X's and O's. It's he's that mentality part. So that's why I like him a lot.
How hyped was Justin Rett to be back at his high school and with you guys actually here?
Yeah. No, Jay Rett, he's loving it, and I've been leaning on him for some spots to go to and where I should go. So, but also just his vibe, he it's a homecoming for him. So just being him out there running around and stuff like that, it's great to see.
Cam, you guys are big underdogs fitting. In Vegas, people talk odds all the time. Do you guys talk about it?
No, I mean, because circumstances changed a lot. So, we always like an underdog story. You know what I mean? Coach always references Bud Crawford. You know what I mean? Bud Crawford came to Vegas. He was an underdog. So, it's not about what Vegas says. It's what we can do out there, and we trust each other and we believe in ourselves. So.
Do you guys use it as kind of a rallying chip?
Yeah, no, definitely. It's definitely a chip on your shoulder and a little motivation.
What are the primary motivating factors for this team going into the bowl game?
I say the ups and downs of the season. Also the adversity and stuff like that. So just being able to go out there and we learned a lot, but it's all right, we're playing for something,
Yeah. How big is this game for you personally, Cam, just as a momentum booster in the next year?
Yeah, I mean, for me, this is my last year. Next year, God willing, everything. But so it's just depending on this game, this builds on the momentum of next year. So I got to start this game, and which should lead into next year.
Today be your first time having In and Out, or have you had it before?
No, this will be my first time at In and Out. Yeah, I'm a big Shake Shack guy.
So. Are you gonna get it In and Out? Order.
I don't know. They got the truck, so I don't know what they got. I don't even know the menu, so. But I'm a big classic cheeseburger guy.
Anything else for Cam?
Thanks, Cam.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Cam, you asked Jay about the Giants.
I got you.
About that D-line.
Yeah.
Seven D-line.
I got you.
Justin Brandt will probably be our next player here in a couple minutes.
Gotta get this dub.
Where are we going tonight, Ellen?
Corey, we're going to get Justin Redd and maybe Jamin Wright.
What's been your favorite part of this bowl experience so far?
Just the city, being in Las Vegas. It was like always been a dream place to come to. Just to be here with my guys and get invited to this bowl game. You know, it means a lot going in a year or two, making it to another bowl game. You know, to build off this for going to next year.
Is Vegas about what you expected it to look like?
Yeah, it's pretty much, yeah. Casinos a lot, but I'm underage, so I can't really do much.
How hard is it to balance being here for work and also having some fun in season?
It's pretty easy. Like our schedule, our process, it pretty much sets us up for success. You know what I'm saying? So every day, you know, we may get a little free time, but it's set up right to where we have time to focus and lock in when it's time to lock in.
How different is practicing with TJ now compared to when you took over as starter a month ago?
Just his confidence, just the confidence he has now. You know, he played in a couple games and he get to build off that going into next year, and we proud of him. And I expect big things from him next year.
How big could special teams be in a game like this for you guys? You know, return opportunities. You don't have to worry about wind and cold. I mean, obviously there'll probably be a few chances for you this game.
Yes, sir. I feel like special teams will be a big factor in this game, just because it's like the last game of the season. Some people may not be locked all the way in. You know what I'm saying? Those key moments can be a big turnaround in the game. You know what I'm saying? So, like, when it comes to the beginning games of the season, like first and last games, those be about minimizing mistakes and, you know, capitalizing where you can.
What have you sensed about this team's motivation level just all month for this game?
Really just going out there and, you know, we're a Big Ten team, and just let them know how we play in the Big Ten, physical, hard-nosed, and that's how we expect to play coming 31st.
I mean, did that add some juice? I mean, they're a ranked team, and sort of that aspect of getting they're the favorite and all that stuff. Does that add something?
Yes, sir. Being at their rank, you know, we kind of, you know, we expected different this season, and, you know, we get a last shot with my guys to prove ourselves, and, you know, to build off this going into next year. You know, we beat a ranked opponent, it'll set us up good for next year. You know what I'm saying? So,
what do you learn about yourself throughout this season? Because you had some big moments in the games where you didn't get the ball as much, and just what do you learn personally about your game and yourself?
I don't really know. I don't know how to answer. I'll probably just say, just get back in the lab, and work even harder, just so that next year it can be no excuse into why, you know, my stats wasn't what they should be. You know what I'm saying? I can't point a finger at nobody. I just get in the lab and just make it go my way next year by the work I put in this offseason.
How much pride do you take to, like Coach Rhule says, you're the guy who wants to go out there and field a punt no matter what the score is, but is that a big thing to you to be that leader?
Yes, sir. Just having Coach Eck and those guys that believe in me, and, you know, I made the mistake the Iowa game, and they put me right back out there. Just, you know, having a brotherhood like that, coaches who believe in you, you know, I'm proud to be out there and take advantage of every opportunity I get.
What are your pressures of Utah? I mean, now you've got to look at the defense a lot. What do you think?
I think they're a good group. You know what I'm saying? I think they're a good group. I feel like it'll be a good game for us. You know what I'm saying? How I see it as another chance to beat a ranked opponent. You know what I'm saying? And if we do that, we'll kind of, you know, the fans feel good about it going into next year. We can build off of it. You know, that'll give us some confidence going into next year. And, you know, having TJ, he get that win like that, I feel like that'll be good for us.
Thank you.
Thank y'all.
Good job.
Yeah, thank you.
Justin, you're back back at home. You're literally back in high school now.
Yeah.
How important is it? Like, how special is it for you to be back here at Gorman, back in Vegas, playing with your team?
I think it's very special. It's like a full circle moment. Like, I knew we had the opportunity to come to Vegas for the bowl game, and when it came, I was like, wow, that's amazing. Like, I get to go back home and play in front of my family and stuff.
Are you getting some high school memories being in that weight room?
Yeah, for sure. A lot of lifts in there, yes.
What are your favorite high school memories from your career?
Favorite memories, I remember definitely the locker room. We had a really close team my 4 years I was here, and I said we gelled really good together.
What are the things you're telling your teammates now that they got to do, they got to see, that are in Vegas for the first time?
Man, so as a tourist, everyone likes the casinos. Fremont, obviously, we're going there tonight to do a little competition. Stores, I know a lot of my teammates like to go shopping, so yeah.
It seems like your role in this game, it sounds like you get a lot of reps. What are your expectations as far as maybe we see more of you play in this game here this week?
As far as how I just approach this game, I approach it how I've been approaching every game, and I think I'm gonna get some good rest this game. Yes, so I've been approaching it like I'm gonna start.
Have you ever played in Legion? Did you guys play there in high school?
I played my state championship game in Legion. Yes.
And how did you won the game?
Yes.
So how did you play personally?
I played pretty good. I was back when I played corner, so yeah.
What do you expect playing at the college level? It's like obviously the goal is to play in high school and then college and then play in the NFL. But how cool would it be to play in a Legion at the next level?
I mean, that's going to be amazing. I mean, we're going to do it next Wednesday, so I think that's another full circle moment, going back to high school to college. So it's great.
How much could this game just be a momentum builder for you personally heading into next year?
I think it's just the next step for me, and it's going to make me feel confident going into more next year. So I think this game is good for me. It's another stepping stone in my journey where I've came. I mean, I got some burn this year, and I think this is a game that's really important for me.
Where do you feel like even just in the last month you've gotten better? Just the benefit of these bowl practices, are there certain areas where you're just like, yeah, I feel like I've gotten better?
I feel like the developmental practices that we had, those were really hard practices that I feel like I've perfected my craft in certain areas that I needed to. So I'd say definitely those 2 weeks of those Devo practices.
How many friends, family members do you think will be at the game next week?
I got a lot of close friends and family come to the game, probably like 20, 25. Yeah.
When you were in high school, did you ever picture yourself being in this moment?
As far as
just being back in Vegas, playing on a ranked team, did you ever picture yourself being successful like this?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I've just been surrounded with greatness, and that's just what I expected happen if I just put my mind to something that works. So I say yes.
You talked about friends and family being there. You expect them, are they the loud type, or are they just going to kind of sit there and enjoy? Is everybody going to know exactly where they are?
My family is very supportive, so I'm not sure. I never sat next to them during the game, but I'm sure that if I do something good, they're going to be hyped, yes.
And you have to go searching for tickets, try to help out the cause?
Yeah, some of my teammates, they already knew we were coming back home for me, so they sent me some tickets I could use, yeah.
Have you met the new defensive coordinator yet?
Coach Rhule, yes.
Yeah, and what are your impressions of him, just getting a chance to meet him here over the month of December?
I think he's a really good, well-rounded man. Cares about his players, obviously, and I like who he is as a coach so far. I haven't really got to talk to him as much as I know my other coaches, obviously, but I really like him.
There will be new guys joining this program through the portal in the weeks ahead. You did that once. What was the key for you to adapting to the Husker culture and growing the way you have?
I said the biggest thing is just getting those close guys around you on the team, connect with people early, because you're not by yourself. So.
How much have Deshaun and those older guys helped you, as a player and a person, you think?
I feel like when I first came in, I immediately had good connections with them, and they were just trying to adapt me to the culture and how things go here. And as far as the playbook and stuff, staying extra, just helping me when I first got here, adapt.
Thanks, Justin.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it.
See if there's one more guy. Most guys have left, but I'll check on one more thing.